Welcome back to Daily Stack. Today, it's September 7th, 2025. Quick disclaimer, this is entertainment, not financial advice. If you remortgage your grandma's house to go all in on the WFLI token thinking Trump was personally going to pump your bags, that's entirely on you. When it rugs faster than a meme coin at 2 a.m., don't come crying to me. Let's stack it.
Stack it up, stack it up. Yo, sats in my wallet, no backing up. Heavy on the block, yeah, pack it up. Yeah, let's go.
Let's kick things off with the market check-in. This one's starting off a little turbulent on the tarmac. Bitcoin just dipped below 110,000, flashing some warning lights on the altimeter. Analysts are bracing for a possible retrace to $93,000 to $95,000 range if support does not hold. That's right, we could be in for a little pre-Q4 flush before any moon mission resumes. Put your trays in the upright position. Meanwhile, Ethereum doing that hold my beer thing while pushing towards bullish signals pointing towards $5,000. ETF inflows are still net positive, but we've seen some cracks forming with the outflows starting to creep in. So is it strength or a setup? It depends on how tightly your stop is set. Over in XRP land, we're hovering around $2.84, still playing red light, green light with the $2.94 resistance. Break that and we might be staring at a $3.65 retest real fast. Just don't get caught sleeping. XRP is known for its fake outs. Chainlink though, man's on a mission. Over 30% gains in the last month, staring down $45 like it owes it money. Oracle season just might be here. As for meme coins, oh boy. One called Useless just popped 31% overnight. You heard that right. A coin literally called Useless is outperforming your DeFi stack. What a time to be alive. And in institutional and regulatory spotlight, big moves from the SEC this week. They dropped a new rulemaking agenda that could bring crypto into the heart of Wall Street. We're talking about redefining digital asset offerings, potentially letting crypto trade on traditional exchanges, and adding exemptions on safe harbors.
Right on the heels of this announcement from the agency yesterday that they're revamping their proposals on how it should handle crypto. Now to start at a high level, what did you talk about this morning?
So there were a lot of topics in the meetings ranging from transfer agency, which is a requirement for how equities and assets can be moved from different individuals and firms, onto compliance. Compliance was discussed, interoperability across chains was discussed, and also what can be done and what are the factors for having firms in the US do tokenization more so inside the US rather than outside of it. So I think there's now a very serious effort underway by the SEC at multiple levels to solve many of these open questions on transfer agency, compliance, interoperability. And I think it's all seeking to culminate in more tokenization in the US economy rather than outside the US economy, which I completely agree with as being the right goal.
Translation, the SEC is not trying to ban the party, they're trying to throw their own. And let's talk stablecoins, because the Genius Act is officially kicking in. Fully backed reserves, mandatory audits, and AML compliance are now table stakes. Stablecoins are now doing $30 billion in daily volume. Experts say that they could grow $250 billion in the next 3 years. JP Morgan, Visa, PayPal, they're all building on chain. And it's not about trading anymore. It's about infrastructure. The rails of money are going blockchain, whether you're ready or not. Let's look at some on-chain signals. We've got a few tokens lighting up the radar. Remitix is pulling in over $23 million in early funding with talks of centralized exchange listings and beta wallet launch. PayFi Angle, big on cross-border remittances. They're whispering 100x, but we've heard that one before. Still, this one is one to watch. Athena, ENA, up 10% after a $500 million treasury allocation from stablecoin X. Big bag, big bet. Big bullish. Sui and Blockchain FX, BFX, are starting to creep up into altcoin chatter again. Sui wants to break $4, and BFX is making noise in the pre-sale circles. And for the record, phishing scams are up 72% in August, with over $12 million drained from 15,000 plus wallets. Stay sharp out there. If your MetaMask is acting sus, don't sign anything. That airdrop could be a trap. Let's talk about the token that's somehow more American than bald eagles and barbecue. WLFI, or World Liberty Financial. The token and its stablecoin are now live on Binance and Bybit, and the reports are saying that the Trump fam has already pulled in over $500 million. So yeah, MAGA now stands for Make Altcoins Great Again. Is it a security? Probably. Is it a grift? Maybe. You know this, if you're buying WLFI expecting a seat at Mar-a-Lago, you're more likely to end up with a bag of nothing and a Twitter suspension. Meanwhile, Useless made that 31% move that we mentioned earlier, and meme coin liquidity is creeping up. Might be time for another speculative wave. And in the global crypto watch, let's go international. In Pakistan, they're not playing games. They just launched the Pakistan Crypto Council, with CZ from Binance as a strategic advisor, and built a national Bitcoin reserve. Oh, and they've allocated 2,000 megawatts to mining and AI centers. That's we're in it for real type energy. And in Argentina, it's a hot mess. Their president promoted Libra, a token that shot to the moon and then nosedived straight into a legal scandal, over $250 million lost. Investigations are flying, and it's giving CryptoGate feels. In Czechia, the justice minister just had to resign after accepting Bitcoin donations from, you guessed it, a criminal. The European Union is watching closely. Private coins, beware. In Chainlink, they just dropped 2 bombs, partnering with MasterCard to let people buy crypto directly on chain, and with ICE, the New York Stock Exchange parent company, to bring metals and Forex data to smart contracts.
We already work with many of the leading banks, institutions, asset managers, and institutional grade issuers. And I already have many personal conversations, and we have many engagements with them, planning and are already working to go into live production tokenization efforts in anticipation of these changes. And these changes are actually very technical and specific to something called transfer agency, and how tokens can be moved and how tokens can exist on a blockchain rather than having to exist in a very specific set of clearing and settlement rails and systems. And these changes are not that dramatic, frankly. I think they're pretty straightforward technical legal changes that through some amount of guidance and rulemaking can happen pretty quickly. I do think there is a kind of tsunami and growing group of really high quality issuers that are in the process of getting technology providers, getting a digital asset team being set up to do the tokenization. Because if you really look at Chairman Atkins' previous 2 speeches from May and July, you will see that the goal of the SEC now is really to enable tokenization. And the recent announcement you spoke about also restates that goal, is that tokenization in the US financial markets should be an easy, smooth, and riskless process. That is something that they've made extremely clear now. And I also felt it in my conversations with them, and our team is also meeting with them later today again. And we are working with them on a consistent basis to try and create clarity on what changes to transfer agency and other key rules would be the most useful for our industry. And we are receiving a lot of very real collaboration in that our goals in making the industry grow and tokenize in the US financial system are shared by them.
World adoption isn't coming. It's already here. Just nobody's paying attention. And that brings us to the tip of the day. If your portfolio looks like it got airdropped in 2022 and never recovered, remember, markets reward patience, liquidity, and information. Don't ape into hype just because it's trending. Set your targets, set your stops, take profits, and please, for the love of Satoshi, stop clicking on Connect Wallet to claim free tokens. That's not a gift. That's a hacker with a fishing pole. Only ever click the official hardware link in the episode description. Skip Discord promos, Twitter DMs, or meme giveaway hypes. Your keys remain sacred. Stack smart, stack daily, and I'll see you degens tomorrow.
Got my wallet encrypted, my mind too. Blockchains in my veins, yeah, the vibe's new. Riding bull runs, pockets like a parachute. While you chase meme coins, I'm mining that absolute. Digits flipping quicker than the New York cab. Ethereum bags got me feeling like the NASDAQ.